Formula One is back this weekend with the Canadian Grand Prix, and this weekend we have a lot to talk about. There will be upgrades from some big teams coming here. We are going to see how Red Bull plans to bounce back after 3 mediocre races. It generally seems like the one-team show is over, and with Montreal, a track with a bunch of curbs, will they bring something here to address their issues, and will the teams that are bringing updates here make their way towards the front of the grid? Before getting into it, we wanted to thank you guys for the support on the channel. We're killing it currently and we're now getting close to 10k. So if you're new here, please go ahead and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. Now, let's get started with what upgrades and updates are coming here to the Canadian Grand Prix. The first big team that I want to talk about is Williams. The Grove-based team are bringing upgrades to Montreal, hoping for a massive turnaround in performance this season. Williams has been struggling massively with a car that is overweight, which, according to the team principal James Vowles, is costing them about 4.5 tenths in terms of lap time. Considering how close it is between the midfield pack, 4.5 tenths is a lot of lap time to lose, and upgrades the team are about to introduce at Canada are supposed to address this problem. So we should expect changes all around the car for the aero efficiency improvements. But just overall, the team will introduce lightweight parts, a lighter chassis included, which should improve the car's balance in all corner profiles, while certain additions will work on fluid dynamics, enhancing aerodynamic performance. Talking about these upgrades at Monaco, Williams' sporting director added, "Scoring the first points of the season is always a great feeling. Being Monaco, the foundations for those points were laid in qualifying. So it's fantastic to have a car capable of giving it all throughout the weekend. We are looking forward to going to Canada. We had a good race last year. We should bring some parts with us to reduce weight. I really hope these upgrades do work as intended without causing any reliability issues. It really will help spice things up in the midfield. Probably will help propel them to the territory where Racing Bulls and Aston Martin are now currently. Alex needs that little push to finish in the points regularly, and Logan needs to up his game this season to prove his mettle. So these upgrades are vital for both drivers. But let's see if everything correlates as it should. Then they hopefully make a jump, and I'd love to see one of the Williams up front fighting for some points, and hopefully once again see a prime Alex Albon. Next, let's talk about Aston Martin, the downgraders. The Silverstone outfit do not have a large package coming here, but do have some track-specific bits, minor aero inducers which should help them in improving one of the AMR24's biggest weaknesses this season, overheating of rear tyres. But largely, according to reputable sources, Aston are aiming to optimise their Imola package here at Montreal, as they do believe there is more performance available here to unlock. Considering how Aston Martin performed here at Canada last season, their second best race of the year, as the rear tyres did hold up after the upgrades were optimised properly. Montreal is a rear-oriented track, so rear tyre degradation is key, but it has been a con for them this season, likely due to the new Mercedes rear suspension. But the team are working hard trying to understand and address this problem, and hopefully they do see a turnaround in performance. Looking at Monaco, they did really have a lot of performance in the bag. They never really got the chance to display it. Fernando's traffic-elated lap costing points, but data reflects on more pace, and we might just see that at Montreal, if they really understand and optimise their current package. But Canada is a compromising track. Long straights, slow corners and curbs, just a great mix between conventional and street track profiles, does provide entertaining races, and I would like to see them actually improve here. 23 was an upgrades disaster, and so far 24 has been nothing short of it. So I hope Aston can get their act together for Canada onwards. Now, let's focus on a team who are actually making progress with upgrades, Mercedes. The team says they are moving in the right direction with further upgrades coming here to Canada. From what we know so far, Williams have the largest upgrade package for Canada, and second place goes to Mercedes. On specifics of what they are bringing to Canada, they have a huge upgrade package lined up for Barcelona, and reportedly, parts of that package have been fast-tracked to Canada. The team says they have made progress. Notable gains with their small upgrades over the races, such as the floor edge revision, a new beam wing setup, and the Monaco front wing upgrade, which by the way, Lewis will also be getting at Canada. These updates combined shows results which the team believes is moving the W15 in the right development direction. James Allison in recent interviews stated that the W15 now has a better aerodynamic balance and improved baseline performance, and as far as problems goes, they are curing it one by one, and all will be improved well before the summer break. The technical director revealed that the string of recent upgrades have improved the correlation of data between the track and simulator, which is a positive I do not feel Aston Martin are currently enjoying. So maybe really Mercedes are making progress. On that, they have been saying this for 2 straight seasons now, but it is still coming. So I'm not too sure. But recent races do side in favour of Mercedes. Ever since that floor update was made, the W15 has been able to improve tyre degradation significantly, with Miami setting a good precedent for them. Imola was not bad after all, and at Monaco, Russell with the new front wing was able to get much closer to the podium and executed a 77-lap medium tyre stint, breaking Hamilton's previous record on the same track. That is improvement in my eyes, and maybe Mercedes really is getting better. And according to reputable sources, Mercedes has an upgrade plan laid down which will move on from Canada up until Belgium. A string of upgrades in every race weekend in between. How big or small they are, we don't know, but they are coming, which is confirmed by Toto Wolff. We had an encouraging weekend at Monaco. We continue to make solid progress with our car, improving its overall balance and taking a step closer to those ahead. That progress isn't yet showing in terms of positions, but if we can continue to close the gap to the fastest cars, we know it will in due course. Both drivers will have the updated front wing in Canada, plus some other development items for this event. It offered a small lap time gain around the tight streets of the Principality and should offer greater benefit on upcoming circuits. The final team I'm going to cover is Red Bull. They brought updates at Imola, and they did bring upgrades to Monaco revolving around the underfloor. Marco pointed out that the RB20 loses way too much performance in higher ride heights, while Max Verstappen pointed out that the Red Bull simulator never predicted the RB20's curb riding issue in the first place. The Dutchman added that the simulator problem has been around for the past couple of years, but never mattered due to the advantage they had over their rivals, which has now been exposed this season. The team names the curb riding issue to be fundamental, and Horner only assured a solution for the RB21, not for the RB20. Hence, Canada is going to be tricky for them. It's going to be one of those weekends again where if they perfect the setup, they will perform. One small mishap, Ferrari and McLaren will swoop right in and do the honours. As far as updates is concerned, Red Bull have none announced for Canada, unless they fast-track items. If not, upgrades will arrive probably at Barcelona and Silverstone. Considering the stakes, Canada is going to be an action-packed weekend. Red Bull are on the back foot. Ferrari and McLaren are right up there fighting for the win. Mercedes are making strong progress with updates, and Aston Martin are trying to improve. But who is going to come out on top? Comment down below on who you think is the favourite for this weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, give it a like and subscribe. It means the world to me.